Abua praku ebisa ne maame se maame adenti na wano wasa ena ne maame ji su ka kire ne se me ba uswa ubanyini aba betu. And there I have an old audio of Finance Minister Ken Ofori Atta abrana NPP ewo opposition and sema okanye concerning borrowing any economic challenges. Na otie audio na asefe metan emmobo ansa na yebekọ audio no so no wore mienu bedi adanse se NPP ewo opposition no na ade a yede nim Ken Ofori Atta ye data bank na yenim se oye businessman enti na onya opportunity biat na TV ni radio so a na o criticize Mahama aban pa enya asem ketwa na of fire na left and right say seniye wasibu o mine enkoyi kura na omu businessmen ebre. In fact omu ye demonstration bi ema Ken Ofori Atta ede ne hunjina mu na ende ye audio nu ya I will ask some few questions na ma yes some analysis on the audio ode nyanto bo asene enti audio no we ye Ken Ofori Atta abra na MPP e opposition yenti no. Mo yebeto aso. What is Sema Ken Ofori Atta? He was talking about debt too. So mutam eka kufo ka free ha ena ebedru 36 billion. And I was saying gross domestic product asem. Na Ghana ye GDP, and your friends say ye debt to our GDP. Ye kase GDP a ye gross domestic product. Your fan say Ghana mine ye sika nyina. And now ye debt to our GDP na ye 72%. And I Ken Ofori Atta kwat na TV so and radio so can say. Mama mamwenye yambu o mansa eba ne say na obetam your friend is saying e ka free akodru 36 billion. Na ekanumuno afa ye GDP 72%. How? Enti that day Ken Ofori Atta e magana for nyina ate asese how to manage the economy no Mahama aban nim enim. Now let's ask ourselves say and there ye debt to our GDP saying John Dramani Mahama in fact ofra aban mo na Ghana yeka e 122 billion 122 billion. From 122 billion and crofo we beji ye o man tam ye ka free 122 billion to 700 billion. Still IMF si kanaba ebesa increase. Entenda minu kasai ye debt to our GDP eye somewhere 90%. Ghana ye ka ya bono say ye the fire GDP mu a almost 90%, getting to 100%. Enche besiana ya bono nyina no ene Ghana ye sika ye wo ebe ye pe under Ken Ofori Atta Akufo-Addo Bawumia's regime. But this is what the same person said in opposition. Etina me start ya me kachire say prako kachire ne maame se ne nanowa ena prako ne kachire ne ba ne say ubanyina ba beto wodnim ne yekọ. John Mahama told these people, you don't know what it takes to be a leader. You don't know what it takes to be a president. But omo kan say Mahama bon wa free so look at what they are doing. Yen to aso ye wi ameka bibia kire o ye die no.
killing them with energy prices, inflation, devaluing currency. And those are the things that go to give economic freedom for people to operate. And I believe it is that we can bring back. The currency stability for these years, notwithstanding, I think the currency does not do well. But the currency has not done well. We have stayed stable some. It's here for
energy crisis. What? Energy crisis, cedi devaluation, and then name them inflation. And see, na Ken Ofori Atta, Emma, the whole nation at yase. Sa bisia bebrebe na Mahama ni na mamu omu bono na the energy crisis neba, inflation, depreciation of the cedi. Now, yambisa Mahama efra by mu na cedi ye 3.8 or 3.7, somewhere 4 cedis. In the end, say Mahama efra by me, let's take it like it was 4 cedis. One funny thing is say under Ken Ofori Atta, anka Ken Ofori Atta sanya other sector krampo. Ena oye den. Ena oye adwuma wo honuma. Enya mi yawo. Sector na Ken Ofori Atta timi criticize hu pa no. And there sa sector no mu na oye adwuma. Finance Ministry. And there Ken Ofori Atta ena lead Ghana ma yekobo besia, but he preached against borrowing in opposition. Come to think of it, cedi to dollar now canon, and the cedi last year cedi to America kakra na nke drew 20 cedis. Cedi to America sa ko drew 15 na etwema ko 16. Ena esanti bae ena fe abeda 12 na 11. Ebinsi da of Fourth Republic. Cedi to dollar 12 Ghana cedis and there. Check our inflation today. Check our inflation. Your inflation grew 30%. And niyama bua ye din wo manwa a ye ntimi ntɔhwe wo kroma. Your inflation wo Ghana ha say. Now ask yourself say Ken Ofori Atta and an regime eden asi eden aba Ghana inflation almost a year 2022 mu dia no dia about 31.9%. Mahama time I'm not sure say your inflation drew 25% kra. Now let me check semenya. Let me check. These people sometimes wrong. Inflation in 2012, it was 8.8%. Now, let's move on. Mami sign checky inflation in 2016. Answer na Mahama be fra by mo. Mami checky inflation in 2016. Now me share. Inflation in 2016. Maybe I'll get it. Ghana abrana Mahama efra ban mu no na ye inflation 17.5% in 2016. 2012 it was somewhere 8.8%. And Mahama efra ban mu no na 17.5% inflation. And Nkurafo eba power 2017 omutam inflation from 17 to 31%. Until then, Ghana inflation after 17 akwa that 31%. But still, and then these same people still have mouth to talk. Or may say they will break the 8. What will you use and break the 8? And then these are some of the old audios of Ken Ofori Atta and Sebo Kafa economy. Bande Sheni regime, finance minister under the regime, as finance minister, Bank of Ghana Buruka, Yenti bi wo Fourth Republic abakwa semu da. Onu na ye the finance minister watma lead Ghana ma ya brubu siapa. Abo Ghana ka. But he criticized the same ministry under opposition. Wahu. Otinchan ya oso onim ye de man ontimi nye. So now ask yourself, say, under this regime, what is preventing Ken Ofori Atta from resigning? Say ni ano kani na no ni kura ni se o ka kwesi say Ghana for ntu aba entia Mahama ni na aban. Good. No person kire say we need change in leadership. Yense san. Yati ase. Entiende an regime. Ahunchira ba wabo bisia chen finance minister biano. So and then should we change him or not? Because why you west cramp chen previous finance minister? Nti yense san na asema yense san. Because ye do nuana no masem ene ebejeje no. This is Ghana. And in Sema Ken Ofori Atta kan during opposition na mebo akire wono. Fa kwa adwendwem na bisa won say what is happening in Ghana? I ntimi ntɔhwe under the regime. Akufo-Addo ba omi Ken Ofori Atta. Why? Adentina ntimi ntɔhwe. It's sad. Made the King fantastic. Ghanaian Citizen TV suni. Chira wadwin. Yera se.